I know. So we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Careers with Donnella. It's 7:59. You can see my very special guest, Aubrey Flanagan. We will be taking questions from her. Feel free to put anything in the comments. Again, this is Careers with Donnella. I'm a career coach. I'm a resume writer, and I love connecting with people on LinkedIn. And I actually met Aubrey because congratulations, Aubrey was one of the top 40 under 40 people from Somerset County Business Partnership. I'm so glad I said it correctly. Welcome, Aubrey.
Thanks so much, Donnella. Thank you so much for having me. This is an awesome opportunity.
Well, we wanted to have you here and shout out to people who know you. What we wanted to know is first, now you work in workforce development and education. So, for those on LinkedIn, what actually do you do at RVCC? What's your title and what do you do?
Alrighty, so I am the manager of professional and corporate development at Raritan Valley Community College's Workforce Training Center. So
Okay.
specifically for those non-credit classes that can get you a job fast or help individuals who are looking to reskill, a short-term training program that gets them a good job quickly or a promotion. On the flip side, I wear another hat as the manager of corporate development,
Okay.
and we go and train incumbent workforces in basic skills from ESL to like basic Word, all the way to Lean Six Sigma and talent development leadership. So I really, really enjoy getting to engage with all the different leading employers of the area, as well as individuals looking to create a better lives for themselves.
And that's really great because a lot of people don't realize that, education has changed and community colleges are such a way to go. And what do you, in your perspective, what's been a misconception about maybe community college or RVCC? I see the great classes, I see what they do for adults, but what's been a misconception you think that we can end
Oh,
right
yes.
now?
Oh, yes, Donnella. I mean, just growing up in the area, it seems like when you're in high school, a 4-year degree is the only way to go. The
Mhm.
4-year is the only way you're going to get a good job. And necessarily, that may not be the case for everyone. While it's a great opportunity for some, for
Right.
others who are looking to get right into the workforce, you do things hands on. There are so many other pathways and opportunities for you to really get into the workforce and get working. And on the flip side, community colleges really have some of the best faculty and talent in the area who are dedicated to helping you succeed as a student, right? Community colleges have
Mhm.
smaller class sizes. It's way more affordable. It's definitely more of a grassroots situation. Whereas when you go to a 4-year university, you are a number on the page, right? But in a community college, you're a member of the community, which is
Mhm.
really, really a fantastic thing that RVCC touts. It's students first, always, always. And the fantastic transfer agreements that RVCC has, y'all. Pretty awesome. I mean, with TCNJ, Rutgers, a lot of our students go to Ivy League schools. I mean, RVCC is a great place to launch your career. And if you go on our website, there are so many different success stories that can really help you make your choice. If you're a student or a guidance counselor, anybody looking for training opportunities, and not just for students, like you said, community
Right.
colleges are really closing the middle skill gap with all of these in-demand careers that are coming out and aging in advanced manufacturing, HVAC, heating, ventilation, and cooling, as well
Right. Okay.
as different other types of trades that have great salary options, benefits, and a great work culture that people need to know about.
And that's great. And what got you into this field was particular? You were so enthusiastic, like as soon
Yes,
as
I
you
hope, I
spoke,
hope you
you were
can
like,
feel it. I'm passionate. I'm passionate
yeah,
about this, and I'm passionate about helping people. And really,
yeah.
what I was looking to do early on in my career is go to law school and be a lawyer, because I was
Mhm.
like, hands down, that's how I'm going to make the biggest difference. But then, as I went through my political science discourse at Mississippi State University, I realized public administration is where the magic happens, right?
Okay.
When you work for these entities that are directly dealing with individuals accessing these services, it's extremely fulfilling and helps me narrow which direction I want to go in, right? Because I don't have all the answers, but I do know what I like to do, and I'm going to follow that intuition.
Right. And that's really great. And tell us about you. You won this award. It's again the Somerset County Business Partnership. I'm very proud that I can say that. We're both in New Jersey. We're actually, for everyone looking at this, we're both New Jersey. We're kind of like
Yes,
neighbors. So we're kind of,
represent.
yeah, so we're kind of like bonding. So
We are.
we won't talk too much New Jerseyese for you. But Tell us about that award that you won, because it's really exciting. That was one of the things I said, great, this is someone, you're so energetic.
Yes, no. So there's actually 40 of us. I am not the
Yeah.
only one. So I was very
Right.
excited when you reached out to Donnella to have me kind of just represent careers in workforce development, education,
Yeah.
community colleges in general, right? Because they're just so important,
Right.
especially as the great labor revolution rages on, unemployment rages on. I mean, we are
Mhm.
here to help. So the reason why I won this award is because I would say that I'm a local leader in the actions of the day-to-day public administration as well as workforce development ecosystem,
Mhm.
always touting strategic partnerships, creative collaboration, coordinated outreach, making sure we're all on the same page,
Mhm.
just really bringing in all the different labor market intermediaries, people who have anything to do with workforce development. And
Mhm.
that is just identifying and pinpointing opportunities to uplift an individual or a cohort, right? That's what
Right.
workforce development is getting all together to help some individual, some cohort, some group become better, become more productive, become more skilled. So I think because I wear two hats as both the manager of professional development and corporate development, there's a
Mhm.
lot of work to be done promulgating how great this resource is. So I definitely believe that having a representation from the community college on the list, especially as me, definitely continues promoting that. As well
Mhm.
as, I mean, the Somerset County Business Partnership has done a fantastic job in trying to retain and attract millennial talent to this area. Donnella, I'm sure you're
Mhm.
aware that
Right. Right.
there is a serious lacking of millennial young talent in the area to carry on what we've done for so long so great. I mean, we have some of the best headquarters in the area. So
True.
they're doing a
Johnson
really good
Johnson.
job.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
110%.
I'm nearby. And tell us, and talk a little bit more about workforce development. What is that? How to define that for us, for people out there? Because what I see on LinkedIn, there's recruiters and different people really kind of clarify what is workforce development. I know it sounds canned, but
No. If I had there is a definition by the Federal Reserve Bank. And if you
Mhm.
look up workforce development from the Federal Reserve Bank, they say something like it's the interconnected network of any entity, whether it be a job seeker, whether it be a government entity, whether it be a business, whether it be a nonprofit, working to either create opportunities for economic mobility, as well as working together to, like I said, upskill something, an individual, a cohort, a business, a group of individuals, a vulnerable population. For example, I mean, anybody can be a stakeholder in workforce development as long
Right.
as you have goals and visions to help an individual get a better job or get a new job.
And what's been that challenge, because I'm doing all these resumes, coaching people. What's been that challenge with, connecting people with businesses? Because obviously you're engaging, and you have the knowledge, but what is that challenge? Can you share in a little bit of the challenge and how you overcome it?
Definitely, there are a lot of challenges in workforce development. And I think it's
Mhm.
because we all have a stake in it. As the community college, we have a stake in it. As a business, you want to develop your own talent.
Right.
As a government, work first, right, is the name of our public cash assistance. Like
Mhm.
TANF is
Right.
called work first, which means you got to get a job to get your money, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So everybody has a stake in it. But the last piece is making sure we're all talking to one another and making
Mhm.
sure we're all communicating. And monies are constantly flowing from the federal government, from the state, in terms of with goals of developing the workforce. They want
Right.
to develop the workforce. So if all this money is coming down and the individuals who are receiving this money aren't talking to one another, it can be a challenge. Like
Right.
we're not leveraging the funds necessarily in the best way possible. So how do we talk to one another? Well, that is the challenge. I mean, definitely looking towards policy as guidance. And
Mhm.
that policy making entity is the Workforce Development Board, which I actually used to work at. So that's why it was a natural progression to move into a training provider role in the workforce development world. So I think the challenge is communication, but the
Mhm.
solution is centralization. And that is through the Workforce Development Board, which is an amalgamation of industry leaders in the area and educational leaders, different intermediate actors who are trying to help individuals get work or get a better job, all
Mm-hmm.
talking together for that region, telling you, I have this fund, I have this person, I have this workforce need. How can we all help each other?
And that's great. Now you work so many different hours, even after this. You said you're going to study. How do
Yes.
you, how do you, you're a full-time career person, you're working two hats. How do you stay motivated? Because that's something I see on LinkedIn a lot. People are talking about how they're just, time goes
Oh
by
my
so
gosh.
fast.
Oh
How
my
to
gosh.
stay motivated? What do you really do? Give it
I
like
know. I
real
mean,
concrete.
right now, I mean, like it's absolutely insane what's going on in the world right now. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
God, I have something like this to distract me from what's happening.
yeah.
It's so insane. It's almost like the pandemic has really spurred this internal reflection on who we are as a
Mhm.
society and who we are as people. So it's
Right.
really important, like you said, to maintain a work-life balance, to maintain resilience, and to not fall prey to what's going on out in the world, and to make sure that you keep your horse blinders on. So that's kind of what I do, is I put
Hmm.
on horse blinders, and I recognize that everything that is going on around me is important and
Right.
it's valid. However, how does that affect me and my mission, which is to help people at the end of the
Right.
day, right? Like, we are a progressed nation. We have the resources, we have the time, we have the talent, right? I mean, we should absolutely work together to uplift our most vulnerable populations. And I believe, because I've been so lucky and so fortunate in my own life, that other individuals should have the same, the same experience, especially just being able to go after the American dream, right? I mean,
Right.
that's what keeps me going. It's the mission of what we do, of helping people, of nurturing, of keeping us all connected, and yeah, all that good stuff. I mean, and working in the public sector, the mission's kind of
Mhm.
baked in. So I get
Right.
up every day knowing I'm going to directly affect someone's ability to get a job or create a training class that's going to get people promotions. You know what I mean? So
Mhm. Right.
it helps, but for others, it's good to have your horse blinders on, and I understand what's important to you. You know, what's important to you, get straight on your morals, and my morals are helping people. How
Right.
am I going to do
And
that
that's a
for the
good
rest
thing.
of my life?
And it's a good thing. So
Yeah.
as we're gonna close out with a couple fun things. So first, what
Yay.
is one of your favorite books to read, or if you have read something you can
Oh,
recommend? I'm always recommending Atomic Habits by James Clear. And
ooh.
Mel Robbins. I love it. Yeah, those two people.
Ooh. In that same vein, definitely Becoming by Michelle Obama. I mean, are you
Yes.
kidding? If there's a
Yeah.
better origin story of, like, if you're a woman in work and you're looking to make a difference, there is no better beacon of, of
Right.
hope than Becoming. And I also bought her guided journal. So she
Hmm.
has journal prompts that reflect the readings in Becoming, the memoir, that really help tease out those motivators and how you go on every day. So journaling with
Yeah, it's a good
Michelle
thing.
Obama's book has really, really helped. And then another book that I've been given that I just started reading, that I'm very excited to start reading, is Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence
Mm.
Given. And it is all about femininity and owning your femininity, but at the same time not like falling prey to society's pressures and who you have to be. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited to continue reading that one.
Oh, that's great. Now, because I asked this last week, I asked Lisa. Shout out to Lisa from Salesforce. What is your guilty? What is your guilty pleasure to watch?
Ooh. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we got to keep
I
it.
mean,
You got to keep it professional but fun. But
oh, a reality TV gets me, Donnella.
okay,
Reality TV,
yeah.
right? I mean, I love the trashy, like, I just love The Bachelor, all of the
Hmm.
love movies and series, and everything about fighting for your one true love, but you can't kiss each other. I mean, that is just the pièce de résistance, like,
Right, right.
we love reality television. I don't tell people that on the day to day, but I do. I mean, when you need something mindless and mind numbing,
Yes, 90
you
days will
throw,
get you through.
yeah,
90
exactly.
days will get you through.
Yep. Yes, it
We'll
will.
just say it. I'm gonna say
Beyonce,
it.
so good. Love all of that stuff. Yeah, but it's fun. You have to
Right.
indulge, right?
And you have to. It is good. So to close out, because I always want all of my special guests to close out with something motivating. whether it's just something to motivate us and close us out with something about you or your life or anything that you like.
Oh, wow. I think just, find the silver lining, y'all. I mean, just keep going, keep on keeping on, find the silver lining, find that motivator, find what keeps you going. It's all about you. This is your life. And that's something that I have been struggling with understanding as well. Like, this is my life. Even though I work in the public sector, how can I best use my skills to help people? And if I don't focus on myself, I'll bar that special thing that we were all put on this earth to do, right? We were all put here. We were all brought here to do something extremely special that only you can do. Because Oscar Wilde said, be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. So I'll close it out with Oscar.
That is very good. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. This was fun. Go back to studying. I'll
Yes.
talk to you later about 90 Day.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
everyone. Yeah, oh, yeah, I'll call you back. But thank you all so much. And thank you. This is another Careers with Donnella. Oh, I missed a comment. Someone had a comment. Oh, and thank you all so much. Oh, you know what? We had a question, Aubrey.
Whoop, let's read it.
Oh, so, I don't know. Can you see it, Aubrey?
I can. I'm in an industry. Hello. This is from Juan Alvarez. He says, hello, Aubrey. Great discussion. Statement question. I'm in an industry where management has been promoted solely because of years of service. I was recently hired to change the paradigm and move them towards a corporate environment. My challenge is the train is leaving the station and the current leadership is not on board. How do I make them realize they are being left behind? Oh, wow, Juan. That is a loaded question. And you know what? I think we deal with it in our work all the time, trying to be a disruptor, trying to be a beacon of change, trying to be the change you see in the world. And that's my answer. Be that role model, be the change you wish to see. Don't try to get everybody else on board, right? And eventually, if that's not driving, you need to reevaluate, but be the change you wish to see in the world. Unfortunately, you're not going to make those people change. Maybe I don't think there's enough presentations or revenue projections in the world that will get them on your side. But I think if you stay your course, and you be the role model that you wish to see, that those opportunities will be attracted to you, definitely. And if you can't get there, it's definitely time to reevaluate.
And and before we close out with that, and I think I ask this of a lot of people that I talk to, because you're working with companies and you're working with people, and sometimes you're just not a right fit for that company. It happened to me when I worked in corporate years ago. And that, what is it? Maybe you can offer people suggestions, because I think, like you said, with the pandemic, the other horrible things that are going on, people are reevaluating, realizing, you know what, I dedicated all my time and so many years to this role, this position, this company, and sometimes it's just not the right fit, or it's just time for you to move on. I don't know if you can share some insight, your thoughts about that, because you're working with companies and you're setting people up for success, but it might not be the right success for them at that time. I don't know.
You're totally right. I mean, sometimes you just kind of have to understand where you want to go and if those opportunities are there for you, right? I mean, don't wait for somebody else to hand you your success. You are the creator of your own success. And what does that success look like to you? Not the company. Perhaps, I mean, if you're not appreciated somewhere, you absolutely have to understand, is this jiving with me and my mission? And if not, like you said, it is a time to reevaluate. But some insight is definitely doing the self work, doing the self reflection, like sitting down and really, what makes me happy? When I'm at work, what brings me joy? Like, what is it? Talking with a customer? Is it doing presentations? Is it getting out in the community? Is it entering very important data that can change people's lives and change revenue projections? What is it that brings you joy when you're doing something? Because like I said, I mean, this life is for us. We only got one. YOLO. So you better figure out what it is you want. And it's not going to happen overnight, but it is, you're relentlessly dedicated to it and constantly aligning who you are with what's out there. It's finding those intersections which will really progress you and create a fulfilling life. I mean, it's so true. It's crazy what's happening right now. Absolutely insane. But it is what it is. And we got to move forward and we got to make sense of it. So be the creator of your own success. Don't wait for somebody to hand it to you. And if you spend a lot of time at a company, That's fantastic. You're a loyal, great, dedicated employee. Bring that somewhere else.
Right, and that's true. What trends have you seen in education, by the way? Is there any trends that maybe,
Oh my
for
gosh,
people on LinkedIn, something you
data.
can share with people that what
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, tech, big
right.
data in like 20 minutes. Every company is going to be a technology company. In
Mhm.
20 seconds, every company is going to be a data company. It's really just a matter of time. How can you harness the power of all of this data and data analytics? Google career certificates
Yeah.
have great options.
You know
If
what?
you're
Talk about that. I don't mean to interrupt. Talk about that because I see that all the time. Talk a little bit about those Google certificates, if you don't mind.
yes,
We're not
so
trying to plug
cool.
Google. They're not sponsoring me.
No, no, yes,
But I'm
yeah.
just because I see that and people do ask.
Of course, because Google is the leading employer in tech, and now they've come out with certificates and they're becoming a training provider. So,
Right.
do we trust this? Yes, we trust this. They have
Mhm.
partnered with Coursera, which is a fantastic
Okay.
online,
Yeah.
just kind of learning management system where they upload all of their content and then you access it as a user. You work
Mhm.
through the content on your own time and then you get the certificate when you need it. So, yeah, they have like 4 career certificates that identify all of the leading industries and occupations that are coming out right now. And those
Mhm.
are in project management, huge, right? You can do project
Right.
management in
Yeah.
any industry as long as you work well with people, great EQ, emotional intelligence, you have good follow through. Google will help you refine that. Additionally, they have the IT support certificate, which kind of gives you the leg up on the competition when you want to go into IT services, which are going to
Mhm.
be huge, right? Because data security, data breaching, all of that
Right. Yeah.
is going to be in the IT's hands. So making sure you're reskilling for all of these new trends will ensure that you stay marketable in the current labor place. Next, they also have data analytics because Google
Right.
Analytics are
Yes.
huge. I'm sure you use it on your website, Donnella.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, it's like addicting, right? But how do you harness that power? How do you use
Right.
that and translate it into actionable items? You need the certificate to do that. You need to understand how to do that with certificate. Additionally, there are some other ones, but right now they have 4 big ones, and they're
Mhm.
worth it, right? I mean, you sign up for
Okay.
Coursera, it's $59 a month. It's not expensive. It's not like $100 a month. It's a
Mhm.
subscription-based service, but it's self-paced, it's interactive, and Google also has a consortium of employers that once you finish your certificate, they send your resume out to different employers who are hiring in those fields. Oh, and you know
Mhm.
what the last certificate is? User design. I can't believe I forgot it. User
Okay.
experience design. That market is going to explode within as apps and different type of artificial intelligences come into play for consumer inquiries and things of the sort. So yeah, those are great
Right.
certificates, and I love talking about them because they're short term and they're
Mhm.
in demand training, and you get it from the top employer in the world.
See, this is great. See, this is great. See, everyone, this is what you learn on LinkedIn. Juan, thank you. Juan's actually in Tampa. So while
Oh
we're here in the cold weather, where he's probably having like a lemonade.
yeah,
It's probably like 80 degrees. So
yeah.
thanks, Juan, for that. Well, I don't see any other comments. This has been a very informative 23 minutes. Thank you so much. I'll see you for pizza soon.
Yes, yes.
Delicious
Donnell
and
lives near
Raritan.
Kombuchas.
Shout out to Delicious and Raritan. But thank you so much and have a good, I'll see you soon, but have a good night. And everyone,
Yeah.
thanks for Careers with Donnella on LinkedIn Live.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, Aubrey.
Bye.
Take care.
Me too.